this, man. What does a squared plus b squared equals c squared mean? Like, how does the formula help with any of this? Like, oh my gosh, bro, what am I gonna do? I just don't understand this. I don't understand it. And I'm gonna get a 0 on this because it's due tomorrow, bro. Think. Oh, wait a minute, I could just search up a tutorial. That's the easiest way to, like, that's like the most simplest way to do so. Let's just search up a tutorial. I'll be in. Right? I mean, how hard could that be? Alright, I think I found one. Let's check it out.
Hello people, are you struggling with the Pythagorean theorem? Worry no more. Today, we'll be teaching you all about it. Before we start, what is the Pythagorean theorem?
The Pythagorean theorem is used to determine whether or not a triangle is a right triangle or not. The equation for the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b can be any of the two sides apart from the hypotenuse, which is c.
Let me explain this further. When given a problem that needs to be solved using the Pythagorean theorem, you are given two sides. This can be a and b, a and c, or c and b. The Pythagorean theorem is used to find the missing side of a triangle. To find a or b, the process is the same. Since finding c is different, I'll explain that first. The formula is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Let's say the two sides you're given is a equals 3 and b equals 4. We can now substitute a and b into our equation. Now we have 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. Next, we have to figure out what a and b squared is. 3 squared equals 9 and 4 squared equals 16. Next, we have to add them together. 9 plus 16 is 25. What we have now is the value of c squared, but we aren't done yet. We have to find the square root of c squared, or in this case 25, to know exactly what c itself equals. The square root of 25 is 5, so our hypotenuse c equals 5.
Okay, let's try another problem. In this problem, we have c and a. We will find the missing leg of the triangle, which is b. In this problem, a equals 24 and c equals 25. Let's plug them into the equation. 24 squared plus b squared equals 25 squared. Now we'll find out what a and c squared is. A equals 24 squared, and 24 squared equals 576. C equals 25 squared, and 25 squared equals 625. To find b, instead of adding like Joelle showed before, we must subtract. To find b, our formula will be c squared minus a squared equals b squared. Let's plug in our numbers. 625 minus 576 equals b squared. Now let's solve this. 625 minus 576 equals 49. That means 49 equals b squared. Now we must find b by finding the square root of 49. The square root of 49 is equal to 7. Therefore, b equals 7. This method can be used when finding a as well.
Still don't understand? Sigh. I guess there's a way we can explain this differently. Let me use a real-life scenario, something you might be familiar with. Let's take it back to the pep rally. In this situation, our triangle will be the gym. Pretend it's a triangle. We are going to find out how much aura Mr. Binns earned during his dance battle. Let's say the kid in the blue hoodie gained 8 aura during his performance. He will be A. Matthew gained 15 aura, and he will be B. With these two, we will be able to find the hypotenuse, aka how much aura Mr. Binns gained. Basically, A is 8. So we do 8 to the second power, which is 8 times 8. That's 64. Then for B, it's 15. So we do 15 to the second power, which is 15 times 15. That's 225. We add those two together, which will get us 289. Sure, we got our sum, but we're not done with the problem yet. We still need to find the square root. So we're going to find the square root of 289, which will get us 17. And that gives us the answer of 17 for how much aura Mr. Binns gained during his dance battle.
Alright, I think I understand it now. This might be a little more easier now. Let's try it on these problems. So basically, from what the video said, a squared is basically one of the lengths that are shown, b squared is also one of the lengths that are shown, and c squared is the hypotenuse. It also said that a squared and b squared, or a and b in general, can be any side length apart from the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, I believe. So, basically if you use the formula, which is up here, this 9 would be 9 squared, plus this b would be 12 squared, equals c, which is c squared, which is what we're looking for, right? 9 squared is 81, plus 12 squared is 144. These two would equal 225, I believe. Then we find the square root of that. So you know it, which would equal 15. So 15 would be our hypotenuse, whatever you call it. So we found our answer. Let's do the same with this next one. Except this time we don't have C, we have B that's missing. So I believe for this one, from what the video said, we're going to be doing subtraction. Basically, find C squared, which is 13 to the second power, minus 5 to the second power equals B to the second power. So 13 to the second power is 169, and 5 to the second power is 25. So 169 minus 25 equals 144. Then we find the square root of 144, which would be 12. So 12 is our answer for B. That makes so much more sense. It genuinely does. So, let's try this last one out. And I guess we'll be done with our homework and hopefully get an easy 100. Let's see. Basically, so 6 to the second power plus 8 to the second power equals C to the second power. 6 times 6 is 36 plus 8 times 8, which is 64, equals, so 36 plus 64 equals about 100. And 100, the square root of it is 10. If I'm correct, it should be 10. So that gives us our missing hypotenuse. And we're done, just like that. Now that I've watched that tutorial, I realize how much more easier this assignment was. And now I might even be able to score an A on this. Like, this is a game changer, man. Goodness. Well, I guess that explains the Pythagorean theorem for us, am I right? Anyways, I can't believe it. Just can't believe I did it. Finally.